Everyone thought BTS was about to start another legendary performance. But then this happened. One second, Jimin is vibing with the crowd. The next, Jungkook suddenly throws a dramatic fake punch right at his face in front of thousands of fans. And Jimin's reaction? Absolutely priceless. The crowd screamed. The members couldn't stop laughing. And for a few chaotic seconds, nobody knew if this was part of the choreography or just peak Jinkook insanity. But here's the craziest part. Jungkook stayed completely in character, while Jimin looked personally betrayed. This is exactly why fans say BTS can never be serious on stage. No matter how emotional or intense the concert gets, these two always find a way to turn it into pure chaos. And, trust me, the ending makes the whole moment even more unhinged. Nobody expected the night to turn into one of the most chaotic BTS moments ever captured on camera. The concert had already reached its peak. The arena was glowing with thousands of lights, fans screaming every lyric, emotions running high as BTS delivered performance after performance like absolute legends. Everything felt cinematic, perfect, untouchable. And then Jinkook happened. Out of nowhere, Jungkook suddenly stepped toward Jimin with the expression of someone fully committed to causing trouble. The energy changed instantly. Fans near the stage started screaming before anything even happened, almost like they sensed danger coming. Then came the fake punch. Jimin dramatically threw his head back like he had just been hit in the most disrespectful way possible, completely abandoning any attempt to act normal. The timing was too perfect. Jungkook's face stayed unbelievably serious for half a second, while Jimin looked personally offended in the funniest way imaginable. The crowd lost control. Phones started shaking. People were screaming so loudly that the music itself almost disappeared beneath the chaos. Even fans watching through live streams couldn't believe what they were seeing. Because this wasn't choreography. This was just Jinkook being Jinkook. And somehow, moments like these always happen when BTS are supposed to be delivering emotional, powerful performances. No matter how intense the atmosphere becomes, those two always find a way to destroy the seriousness within seconds. But what made this moment even crazier was Jungkook's reaction afterward. Instead of apologizing or breaking character, he looked completely satisfied with himself, like causing maximum chaos in front of thousands of people was his personal mission for the night. Meanwhile, Jimin looked like he was seconds away from exposing every embarrassing thing Jungkook had ever done backstage. Fans immediately started replaying the clip frame by frame. Some couldn't stop laughing at Jimin's dramatic reaction. Others were focused on Jungkook trying way too hard to look innocent afterward. And then there were the fans who noticed the tiny detail nobody saw at first, the way both of them started struggling not to laugh while the cameras zoomed in closer. That single moment turned into instant internet chaos. Within minutes, clips spread everywhere. Fans called it peak sibling behavior. Others said it perfectly explained why BTS concerts never feel scripted or robotic. No matter how massive the stage gets, they still act like best friends embarrassing each other in public. And honestly, that's exactly why people can't stop watching them. Because behind all the flawless performances, record-breaking tours, and global fame, moments like this remind everyone that BTS still knows how to have fun together. The chemistry feels real, unfiltered, completely impossible to fake. But the funniest part came later. As the concert continued, fans noticed Jimin quietly plotting revenge. Every time Jungkook walked too close, the audience started screaming again, expecting another attack at any second. Even the members looked nervous whenever the two stood beside each other, like nobody trusted them to behave for more than 30 seconds. And somehow that tension made the entire concert even more entertaining. Fans weren't just waiting for songs anymore. They were waiting for the next Jinkook disaster. The energy inside the stadium was no longer normal after that moment. Something had changed. What started as a random playful attack between Jungkook and Jimin suddenly became the center of the entire concert. Fans could barely focus on the performances anymore because every camera movement toward Jinkook felt dangerous. Nobody knew what they would do next. And that uncertainty made everything even more addictive to watch. The members tried to continue the show like nothing happened, delivering flawless vocals, powerful choreography, and emotional fan interactions. But every few minutes, the audience would explode again the second Jungkook moved anywhere near Jimin. It became impossible to ignore. Even during calmer moments, fans kept watching the two of them in the background instead of focusing on the main stage screens. Tiny details suddenly became suspicious. A glance, a smirk, a shoulder bump. Every interaction felt like the beginning of another disaster waiting to happen. And honestly, Jimin looked determined not to let Jungkook win. The fake punch may have shocked the audience, but fans quickly realized something else was happening underneath all the chaos. Jimin's expression had completely changed afterward. There was still laughter, still playful energy, but there was also something incredibly dangerous about the way he kept watching Jungkook from a distance. Like he was planning something bigger. The audience noticed immediately. Social media exploded with theories before the concert was even over. Clips were slowed down, zoomed in, analyzed frame by frame. Fans became detectives overnight, trying to predict when Jimin would finally get revenge. And the craziest part? Jungkook seemed fully aware of it. Every time he walked near Jimin, he looked half confident and half nervous, like someone who knew consequences were coming but couldn't stop provoking the situation anyway. That strange mix of fear and excitement only made fans scream louder. Because deep down, everyone knew this wasn't over. Not even close. During a transition between songs, the stage lights dimmed slightly while the members moved across different sections of the arena. The atmosphere became softer, more emotional. Fans were waving their light sticks slowly, soaking in the emotional energy BTS creates so effortlessly during concerts. For a few seconds, everything felt calm again. And that's exactly when Jimin made his move. Nobody caught it immediately because it happened so fast. Jungkook was completely relaxed, interacting with fans near the edge of the stage, smiling innocently like he had survived his earlier chaos without consequences. But behind him, Jimin suddenly appeared with the expression of someone who had waited patiently for the perfect opportunity. The crowd started screaming before Jungkook even realized what was happening. 1 second later, Jungkook nearly lost all composure. Fans watching from different angles caught completely different reactions. Some saw Jungkook instantly panic. Others saw him burst into uncontrollable laughter. A few clips even captured nearby members physically turning away because they already knew chaos was about to explode again. And somehow, that only made the moment feel more real. Nothing about it looked rehearsed.
No scripted fanservice.
No forced reactions. Just two people completely unable to behave seriously in front of tens of thousands of people. That authenticity hit fans emotionally harder than anyone expected. Because beneath all the jokes and chaos, there was something strangely comforting about watching BTS still act this naturally together after everything they've been through. Stadium tours, pressure, global fame, non-stop schedules. Yet moments like this proved their bond still felt effortless. And fans felt it. That's why the clips spread so fast online. People weren't just laughing anymore. They were emotional. Comments flooded every platform from fans saying the same thing. This was the kind of moment that reminded them why they fell in love with BTS in the first place. Not because they were perfect idols, but because they felt human together.
Chaotic. Loud.
Ridiculous.
Real.
But the night still wasn't done. Because near the end of the concert, fans noticed something terrifying. Jungkook had started smiling again. Not a normal smile. The dangerous kind. The kind that usually means he's already planning another level of chaos nobody is prepared for. And somehow, Jimin noticed too.